Jai Shri Ram. In this recording, I want to summarize information about Bhavabhuti. Yeah, he is a great Sanskrit writer. So, Bhavabhuti was born in a Brahmin family from Padmapura in the south, Taittiriya branch of Krishna Yajurvedam he belonged to. His Gotra was Kashyapa and family name was Udumbara. Udumbara. So, I have collected a lot of information. I am trying to summarize it. See, Bhavabhuti is famous for his plays, just like Kalidasa, probably one rung below Kalidasa. Uh, and Bhavabhuti's UTTARA CHARITA is very interesting. So, to know more about Bhavabhuti, that's what I am trying to do. So, now Bhavabhuti, his grandfather was Bhatta Gopala, and who was a great scholar. Bhavabhuti's father was Nilakantha, and who was also famous for his devotion and erudition. Bhavabhuti's mother's name was Jatukarni. Jatukarni. So Bhavabhuti's birthplace Padmapura or Padmanagara is believed to be somewhere outside Vidarbha. Vidarbha. Okay. So about his date and times, it is difficult to fix it correctly because different accounts are there. Kalhana in Rajatarangini, he mentions that Vakpati Raja, Bhavabhuti and other poets were patronized by Yashovarman and record the fact of the king's defeat by Muktapida Lalitaditya. Kalhana places Lalitaditya between 693 and 730 AD. So around that time, 693 and 730 AD. Bhavabhuti's first play was Mahavira Charita, and I believe it failed as a drama. But it is about Rama, and it is also very scholarly and very wonderful in several senses. As the story goes, Bhavabhuti was a Brahmin belonging to a family that was known to be Purohits, but he abandoned that and he befriended actors, and so he strayed from the family profession. So there was a bitter opposition from his own people, and therefore he had to leave and finally go to Kannauj. Kannauj, you see, the perfume city of India. He settled down under the patronage of King Yashovarma. Yashovarma was another powerful Hindu king. So that is about Bhavabhuti and Mahavira Charita. The great hero Mahavira is Rama, Sri Rama. This play is based on the Ramayana of Valmiki and deals with the early life of Rama from his childhood up to the coronation. Bhavabhuti was a great Rama Bhakta, and that is what led him to compose this first play. So, in the Mahavira Charita, Bhavabhuti presents the epic story keeping the essential outline intact but introducing significant variations to suit his dramatic purpose. The play opens in the hermitage of Vishwamitra. Rama and Lakshmana are already present there to guard the sacrifices and against the demons. Janaka's brother Kushadhwaja arrives with Sita and Urmila at the instance of Vishwamitra. The bow of Shiva is brought, which Rama strings and breaks. The weddings are then arranged and Janaka and Dasharatha are sent for. All this happens before Sarvamaya, Ravana's priest, who had brought his master's proposal to marry Sita. Sarvamaya regards the happenings as a humiliation and insult to Ravana. In vengeance, Ravana's minister Malyavat provokes Parashurama to destroy Rama. The next two acts are taken up with the altercation in which all the people are involved. The rishis try to remain calm, but Shatananda, Janaka's priest, is enraged by the personal insult he has to bear by Parashurama. Janaka wants to spare Rama and meet Parashurama's challenge personally. Rama finally announces his decision to fight with Parashurama. Rama humbles the pride of Parashurama, so Malyavat plans another strategy. Hmm? Remember, Ravana's minister is Malyavat. Actually, Malyavan is the maternal uncle of Ravana, who is also his minister, I think. Anyway, here Malyavat. So Malyavat plans another strategy. Shurpanaka is introduced to enter the body of Manthara, and under her influence, Kaikeyi sends a letter demanding the fulfillment of the two boons given to her by Dasharatha. The preparations for the coronation, which was to take place in Mithila, are set aside. Rama is willing and eager to go to Dandakaranya, and he plans his itinerary. Act 5 to 7 cover the story of Rama's exile, the abduction of Sita, killing of thousands of demons, and Vali, all provoked by Malyavat, till the final battle with Ravana and the triumphant return of Rama to Ayodhya in the Pushpaka Vimana presented to him by the presiding deity of Kubera's Alaka. Bhavabhuti attempts in this play to present almost the whole Charita of Rama, from his early marriage to his victory over Ravana and his final consecration on the throne of Ayodhya. This is not a theme that can be encompassed within the bounds of dramatic form and the natural limitations of theatre stage. But so you see, only a few outstanding events are taken, and the rest, of course, is left to the imagination of the audience. To attempt a full coverage of the hero is not possible, so Bhavabhuti does not do that. And partaking of the character of a prabandha, of narrative composition and of a dramatic dialogue, the writing may be unfair to both the literary forms and be unsatisfactory on either counts. Okay. So the play aims at presenting Veera Rasa, the heroic emotion, Veera Rasa. Bhavabhuti does take a lot of liberties with the original. Like you see, Manthara is brought to Mithila to inquire after Dasharatha, and she has a letter from Kaikeyi which contains her demands. And Shabari acts like the central link for the events of the fifth act. She gives Rama a letter from Vibhishana and directs the brothers to Vali's place. Open deviations from Ramayana are also there. But that is the liberty Bhavabhuti takes, which I think he is entitled. In our literature, that freedom is there. Bhavabhuti also introduces this novelty. Ravana sends his priest Sarvamaya to convey his proposal to marry Sita. This offer is rejected by Kushadhwaja. At this moment, the incident of Shiva's bow is reported from behind the scene. Rama strings it and breaks it, and thus fulfilling the stipulation of Janaka. All this happens in the presence of Sarvamaya, Ravana's priest. So, Bhavabhuti suggests that the need for all actions that Ravana did in order to avenge this insult and humiliation sprang from these events. And subsequently, in the second act, Malyavat, Ravana's minister, appears, and he engineers various schemes to destroy Rama and obtain Sita for Ravana. And Bhavabhuti shows or tries to propose that the fight between Parashurama and Rama is the result of the provocation that Malyavat provided. Tataka, Shurpanaka and the host of demons who come in the way of Rama and Lakshmana are all instigated to do so by Malyavat. Shurpanaka is asked to take possession of Manthara's body and work through her on Kaikeyi's mind, so that Kaikeyi's demands which send Rama to Dandaka result from Malyavat's scheme. The abduction of Sita, harassment of Shabari by Dhanu Kabandha, the opposition of Vali to Rama, all are maneuvered by Malyavat. So, in Bhavabhuti's scheme, everything that happens is in Ramayana is a consequence of Ravana's frustration and the diplomatic schemes, Bhedaniti conceived by his minister Malyavat. Many other incidents are also included in Bhavabhuti's play. Several, I don't want to list them. Rama's breaking the bow of Shiva, the rejuvenation of Ahalya, killing of thousands of demons, his arrow penetrating 7 tala trees, Tala, mountain and the surface of the earth. Rama tossing a huge bone pile with his foot in the vicinity of Pampa. All these are heroic, Adbhuta Rasa and marvelous. Adbhuta Rasa and Veera Rasa are also. And the furious sentiment, Raudram, is complementary to the heroic. That is the utterances of Parashurama and Shatananda. And Bhivatsa, loathsome sentiment, is also possible. The descriptions of Tataka and Kabanda have this color. And there is also a touch of love and of the pathos accompanying love and separation, love in separation. So all these are covered. Bhavabhuti introduces some interesting innovations. For example, Bhavabhuti brings Rama and Sita together in Vishwamitra's heritage. This creates feelings of mutual attraction and admiration. Sita is able to see the heroism of Rama and is present by his side during the altercation with Parashurama. The suggestion is that their marriage was not exactly a matter of arrangement effected by the elders. It had a basis of mutual attraction and love. It is shown that Kaikeyi was an indirect victim of Malyavat's machinations. The suggestion for Rama's coronation comes from Bharata and his maternal uncle Yudhajit. With these touches, Bhavabhuti softens the blame which has generally been attributed to Kaikeyi. Of course, there are many questionable innovations also. So, the Mahavira Charita is a classic again. Bhavabhuti's mastery of the language, his ability for imaginative descriptions, and his skill in capturing in words subtle moods or emotions are all unmistakably seen as the touch of the master. So, that is Mahavira Charita. Now, I will try to summarize Uttara Rama Charita. It has all the signs of Bhavabhuti's maturity of mind and a sense of workmanship and drama, an astute understanding of the human mind and also of the profound values of life and Sanatana Dharma and all that. So the play intends to unfold the later history, Uttara Charita of Rama's life, beginning with the reign of Rama and the abandonment of Sita till the end, where Rama and Sita are brought together in a permanent union of love and happiness. This play is a sequel to Mahavira Charita. The two plays together cover the whole of Ramayana. But there is a profound difference between them, not only in the poet's intent but also in the dramatic design and artistic values. Of course, there is a search for a central theme, and all these things have been put together, unified. Valmiki's poem, Valmiki's Ramayana, ends with the disappearance of Sita into the depth of the earth, but Bhavabhuti's play closes on a happy and permanent union of the loving couple, made possible by the removal of injustice caused by the action of Rama. The play begins immediately after the coronation of Rama. Sita's father Janaka and all other guests have left. There is a feeling of loneliness and sadness, and which inevitably comes at the end of all festivities. The elders in the royal house have been summoned to attend a 12-year sacrificial session started by Rishyashringa. The young couple and Lakshmana are left in the palace because Sita is far advanced in pregnancy. To provide a diversion and amuse Sita's mind, Lakshmana brings the picture scroll which was specially ordered to be prepared. It depicts the early life of Rama. Bhavabhuti seems to bring by a flashback the Purva Charita of Rama as a background to unify the two in a complete whole. The pictures also provide an occasion to touch the varied qualities of Rama's outstanding character and the deep love that binds Rama and Sita. While viewing the picture, Sita feels an urge to visit the vicinity of Bhagirathi. Rama orders the arrangements for the same to be made immediately. Assured of Rama's concern and love, the tired Sita falls asleep in the arms of Rama. At that very moment, Durmukha, the private emissary of Rama, enters to give the dreadful news that people in the kingdom are not talking well of Sita, and because of her long stay in the captivity in Lanka, they were doubtful of her purity. Rama is stunned by the news. He is new to this kingly rule, but there are no elders by his side to advise him. There are no. But he is full of righteous, dharmic belief and in the integrity of his subjects. and fired by the ideals practiced by his forefathers and by the resplendent reputation of the Surya Vamsham, he takes the a sudden decision to abandon Sita. He silences Durmukha and indirectly Lakshmana by the exercise of his kingly authority and sticks to his one-sided decision. The innocent Sita thinks that she is being taken away in a chariot in fulfillment of her own longing to go to the forest and bathe in the Bhagirathi river, hardly knowing that Rama was abandoning her. See the interesting twist. The second and third act are continuous, but 12 years have passed since Sita was cruelly deserted. An unexpected event brings Rama to the far south in Dandakaranya. A Brahmin's son dies a premature death. The cause is said to be the sin of a Shudra Shambhuka, practicing tapas permissible only for the higher castes in that yuga, in Treta Yuga. In Kali Yuga, everyone is allowed to do whatever they want. So, Yuga Dharma is there. Rama has to go to Panchavati to kill the Shudra Muni in discharge of his kingly responsibilities. The chaos theory has to be understood here now. As soon as Shambhuka is killed, the Brahmin boy who died prematurely gets revived. His body was preserved in medicated oil. Rama performs his duty with outward calm, but with raging agony in his heart. The glimpse into the mind of Rama is a staggering revelation. It shows that he sacrificed mercy, love, happiness, and even Sita herself to satisfy his people. But the ache in his heart and his love for Sita remained unshaken even after the passage of 12 years. Rama presented outwardly a solemn and calm appearance to the people around him. But his heart was a cauldron of boiling emotions, ready to burst at any moment. That moment was brought near by the episode of Shambhuka. Once in Dandakaranya, Rama would naturally move to Janasthana, Panchavati, and the region of Godavari. These were the places where Rama had lived with Sita. Then these the familiar sights and sounds would take the lid off the urn of Rama's suppressed sorrow, and now all gone away from his people, the pent-up agony might easily break the heart of Rama. Bhavabhuti arranges a complete new set of circumstances brimming with dramatic interest and full of psychological revelations to meet this situation. In fact, I remember watching a movie where Balakrishna acted as Rama. I saw this movie in Bhadrachalam when I went on a short stay. That was a wonderful movie. Though Balakrishna looked a little heavy for Rama. Otherwise, the movie was wonderful. And the dramatic scenes and Rama's disturbed mind are all well presented. And in Act 2, the Sylvan deity of Janasthana, Vasanti, the deity, fairy, or sort of, deity of the forest, Vasanti, who was a beloved companion of Sita during her forest residence and a migrating student of philosophy. Atreyi also there. Bhavabhuti conveys a lot of interesting information here. Atreyi left Valmiki's hermitage and was proceeding to Agastya's ashrama because she could not keep pace in her studies with the exceptionally brilliant twins Kusha and Lava Kusha. So she also reports the incident of Valmiki's poetic inspiration, the divine blessings, and the composition of Ramayana. Realizing the identity of Vasanti, Atreyi gives her other details which concern the abandonment of Sita, the completion of Rishishringa's sacrificial yajna, and the decision of Rama's mother not to go back to Ayodhya, where Sita did not exist, but stay in Valmiki's heritage, and start of Ashwamedha by Rama, and his installation of a golden image of Sita for the purpose of the yajna. In another similar scene prefixed to the third act between the two personified rivers Murala and Tamasa, Murala, Tamasa, Bhavabhuti informs his audience that Sita threw herself in the Ganges to end her life. She was saved by the holy river, who along with Sita's mother Prithvi took her and her twin sons, who were born in the waters, to the hermitage of Valmiki. Valmiki looked after her and saw to the proper training and education of the boys. Bhagirathi came to know of Rama's visit to Panchavati and brought Sita with her uncle under the pretext of performing the 12-year anniversary rite of ritual sacrament of Kusha and Lava and paying personal homage to Surya Deva the progenitor of the Raghu Vamsham. Sita was bestowed with a special power which made her invisible to others. On the other side, Agastya's wife Lopamudra was equally concerned with the safety of Rama. She sent a message through Murala to Godavari to refresh Rama with cool and moist breezes if Rama fainted in the region of Panchavati. And Tamasa was instructed to act as a personal escort of Sita. With such care and prearrangement, Bhavabhuti brings Rama and Sita together in a meeting. The expected does happen. Rama meets Vasanti. She leads him from one object or place to another, each associated deeply with the memories of love. Unable to control his sorrow, Rama faints several times, and Sita, invisible to Rama or Vasanti, rushes forward at Tamasa's goading to revive Rama with the nectar-like touch of her hand. Rama is puzzled. He had believed that Sita must have perished and cannibals must have finished her body. Vasanti is more deeply hurt at the abandonment of Sita. She assails Rama with queries and accusations. In the solitude of Panchavati, Rama confesses that he abandoned Sita, not because he did not love her or cease to love her. Pleasing the people, Praja Anuranjana, was a family vow. Rama had to sacrifice love for duty, dharma. But he had not taken a second wife, even as a ritual necessity. Whatever his personal opinion about Sita's purity, his lips were sealed as a king and his freedom circumscribed. In attending to kingly duty, there was no scope for personal feelings of a husband. Sita hears these words of Rama, and with her own eyes she sees him suffer mortally. Sita is so moved that her resentment against Rama melts away. Instead, she takes the side of Rama and reproaches Vasanti for her blunt and cruel accusations of Rama. See, Vasanti is like a neo, these feminist, feminazi. So, the truth is that the direct evidence of Rama's love, his terrible sorrow, and the explanation he has given for his action moves the heart of Sita. And it removes the dart of shame and agony that rankled Sita's heart from the moment of her abandonment. In this superbly conceived and most artistically executed scene, Bhavabhuti renders full poetic justice to Sita for the unmerited wrongs heaped on her and achieves perfect psychological rapprochement between the loving husband Rama and his wife Sita, whom destiny had cruelly separated. The scene now shifts to the hermitage of Valmiki. The arrival of Janaka creates a holiday atmosphere. The mothers of Rama are already there. Janaka is deeply hurt, bitter and angry at the action of Rama in abandoning Sita. I believe in Nepal there are some sects and denominations of Hindus who never give their daughters in marriage to anybody coming from Uttar Pradesh, because they complain that, see what Rama did to Sita, so we can't give our daughters in marriage to you. So that memory is still there. So Janaka is very angry at the action of Rama in abandoning Sita. He meets Kausalya, not only his meeting with Kausalya, not only a relative but also as a friend, is therefore not very smooth and polite. Arundhati had to intervene to bring the rising tempers down. Janaka becomes very, very angry, and any reference to Sita serves only to provoke him further. He openly accuses Rama for failing in his Rajadharma and listening to the chatter of irresponsible people and taking a precipitate, hasty decision, knee-jerk reaction. He is ready to punish Rama. Janaka is now ready to punish Rama either with his bow or by cursing him. Kausalya Devi is discreetly ashamed of Rama's conduct. She doesn't say it, but she feels it in her heart, and she is ashamed of Rama's conduct. Arundhati pleads for pardon, saying that Rama had to perform his kingly duties towards his subjects, and whatever his action, he was after all a son to Janaka. In this tension, there is a diversion. Lava intrigues Kausalya and others. He looks so much like Sita. Arundhati has learned from Bhagirathi the secret of Sita's survival and the birth of her twin sons. But the time has not come for revelation. Lava tells an interesting news. Valmiki has written a drama on Rama's life. The manuscript is sent to Kusha, with Kusha to Bharata Muni, and the production is arranged. At this moment, Lava is pulled away by his friends because they have spotted a new thing, a horse. Lava recognizes the sacrificial horse, the boastful words of the gods about Rama's prowess. All these things anger Lava. He defies them, seizes the horse, and prepares for a fight. Lava works havoc with the army, guarding the sacrificial horse. Lakshmana's son Chandraketu, who commands the army, has to meet Lava in a personal combat to save his army. Lava has sent him to sleep by employing the Jrumbhaka missile. Sumantra is intrigued by this because the missile is supposed to be known only to Rama. Sumantra, the minister of Rama, is intrigued. He is flabbergasted. How did Lava come to know about the Jrumbhaka missile which only Rama knows? He is also struck by the outstanding features of the resemblance of Lava with the members of the Raghuvamsam. The mystery baffles him. Lava and Chandraketu feel a mutual attraction that equally puzzles them. But the exchange of courtesy leads to words and then to hot words, and Lava is frank in his disapproval of the arrogance shown by the soldiers of Rama. He ridicules some actions even of Rama and refuses to recognize him as a matchless hero in all the worlds. This angers Chandraketu beyond words, and the two boys enter into a fight. The duel might have turned to a disaster. Fortunately, Rama, returning from Panchavati in his aerial car, in the Pushpaka Vimana, Rama is returning from Panchavati. He sees the fight and he alights. He gets down from the Pushpaka Vimanam to stop the fight. Kusha enters the scene in order to assist Lava in the fight. Now the picture changes. Rama himself is drawn mysteriously. Recognition dawns on his mind, and gradually he is convinced that the boys must be his own sons. Like Dushyanta recognizing various signs about Sarvadamana in Kalidasa's Shakuntala. Dushyanta's son is Sarvadamana, born of Shakuntala. Bhavabhuti's Rama too sums up the evident signs in a soliloquy. This must be read out and recorded. I'll do that later. The royal traits, the unmistakable family stamp, Raghuvamsham. The glory of Raghuvamsham emanates from both the boys. And the astounding resemblance of the two boys to Sita, vicinity of Valmiki's ashrama, where Sita was abandoned, age and prowess of the boys, and their knowledge of Jrumbhaka, Astras, the fact that they are twins, signs of which Rama had noticed in Sita's pregnancy and which Sita had later confirmed. Rama is moved to tears and is deeply disturbed in mind when Kusha and Lava recite Ramayana verses to him. But he prepares himself to meet the elders in the ashrama. Valmiki's play on the event of Sita's abandonment is in production. The real Sita plays her own role. The others are acted by the nymphs of heaven. In a three-pandal erected on the shores of Ganges, Valmiki had managed to bring the denizens of the seven worlds and the citizens in Rama's kingdom as spectators of the dramatic spectacle. It shows Sita's attempt at suicide and the divine agencies acknowledging her absolute purity and saving her life. The dramatist, Valmiki or Bhavabhuti, both perform a final miracle to show Sita rising up from the waters of the Ganges. The people are awed by the spectacle and feel crushed with shame for the doubts they had raised about Sita's chastity. When Arundhati asks them their opinion about Sita's acceptance in the Surya Vamsham, they bow down in reverence to Sita. This gesture of obeisance on the part of Rama's public is the final verdict on Sita's chastity. An admission of the terrible wrong done to her by the wayward people and the rabble, and indirectly by Rama, in accepting this scandalous gossip, and meaningless allegations. So the way is now clear for an abiding, happy reunion. There is no question of Bhavabhuti's unbounded respect for Valmiki's poetic talents, nor of his and also personal devotion to Rama is also there. But he introduced bold innovations and recreated the Ramakatha in a new form, transforming it into a moving human story. So Bhavabhuti reunites Rama and Sita. See, if a husband deserted his wife for reasons extraneous to their love, art would demand that they are reunited. Ah, a polygamous society would not care for a woman's feelings. But Rama introduced monogamy, and therefore it was logical and natural that they be united. And that's what Bhavabhuti achieved. So Bhavabhuti, the great artist, strove to do justice to the wronged wife and show that the husband returned to her repentant and chastened. This is the way of art, and it gives meaning to mutual love and understanding. Huh? See, the same sentiment is shown by Bhasa in Swapna Vasavadatta and Kalidasa in his Shakuntala. Bhavabhuti's Uttara Rama Charitra has the same underlying conception that Rama and Sita, or the estranged husband who has wronged his wife, has to come back and reunite with his wife whom he wronged. So Bhavabhuti created new characters like Atreyi and Vasanti, who was the forest deity. She was the Devi of the forest, and using supernatural characters, personified rivers, adding supernatural characters and supernatural touches like Sita being invisible. Sita is invisible to Vasanti and also to Rama, though he experiences the touch of her hand. This is Bhavabhuti's extraordinary creative innovations. And there are several plays within the plays which are called Garbhanataka, play within the play. Like in English we use the word frame tales, stories within stories within stories, frame tales, Garbhanataka. There are several artistic devices. And the malicious public are made conscious of the wrong they have done. And Bhavabhuti enables this. He makes sure that the public are repentant for the nonsense that they have uttered and made Sita an innocent victim of their irresponsible gossip. And Rama is also in a way exposed. Rama never doubted Sita's chastity, but he did not think that his subjects were deliberately wicked. It was his duty to satisfy them. That's what he thought. The testimony of Valmiki or Anundati may or may not have convinced the people about Sita's innocence and purity. As a king, Rama wanted the people to give their united consent before he could take Sita back. The Garbhanataka achieves this purpose, to divine the strength and weakness of Rama's character accurately and to weave the dramatic texture so as to realize the central conception. This is a marvelous achievement in literary creation by Bhavabhuti. The tragic helplessness of Rama on one hand, and the pain and anger of Vasanti on the other. And these are all matched by the variety of emotions through which Sita passes from moment to moment. The encounter of Rama with his sons is a joy that swims in the tears of deep sorrow. The gaiety and abandon of the children in Valmiki's heritage, ashrama, presents a contrast to the tense atmosphere that Janaka's anger creates. And the descriptions of the majestic and awesome aspects of nature are all wonderfully, rhapsodizing the mind. And the fury of the fights is also extraordinarily described. And in Bhavabhuti's Uttara Rama Charita, there are wonderful soliloquies of Rama. These are all to be read and recited, and so you will understand the mind of Rama, the psyche of Rama, the tragic helplessness of Rama, because he was so keen to please his people. He raised the bar of morality for a king to such an extent. Janaranjana was considered higher than everything else. Of course, off record, this is not what Bhavabhuti is saying. My understanding is Rama played a master stroke. Sita wanted to go when she was pregnant to the forest, to the peaceful hermitage, and she wanted to go on a trip. And when Rama came to know of this nonsensical gossip that was going on, he decided, yes, now I can, what do they say? Two birds with a single stone. So that's what he achieved. Sita was busy helping Rama in the day to day work and administration, so she was burdened with a lot of work, as a wife should normally do. So Rama felt that this is the nice opportunity, this excuse will give him the opportunity to send Sita to the ashrama where she can live comfortably till the delivery, and at the same time please the people and wait for the right moment for the truth to emerge. So this was a master stroke of politics. So that is how I see it. Yeah. And all along Sita was fully aware. Sita is Mula Prakriti. She is not separate from Rama, just as Radha is an emanation of Krishna, Mula Prakriti, Shakti of Krishna. Sita is also the Mula Prakriti and Shakti of Rama. They are not two individuals. Sita is fully aware of Rama's intent and Rama is fully aware of Sita. So, this is the truth which we have to understand. But we like to listen to these stories because our Hindu hearts, the Hindu psyche, loves to listen and dwell on such wonderful topics of Paramatma, Bhagavan, Rama. So Rama's soliloquies are all there, monologues, which are fine revelations of the thoughts and deep emotions that grip the mind of Rama at several critical moments in his life. When he had to take a decision about Sita, when he is called upon to kill Shambhuka, and when he is confronted with Kusha and Lava. So Bhavabhuti clearly did not want to make a tragedy out of the Ramakatha. In recognizing the central place of sorrow in life, where joy, laughter, heroism, marvelous experiences all appear like bubbles and ripples on the surface of life's stream. And Bhavabhuti concludes the whole drama in a joyous manner with the union of Rama and Sita. So, in Bhavabhuti's drama, Rama is revealed in a new light. Rama is neither cold nor cruel. The warmth of his kingly ideals may melt his softer feelings, and duty may put on a stern, merciless face. But there is also another side. He is a loving person and, above all, a loving husband. Even at a mature age, he gets a thrilling sensation at the casual touch of his wife. He is very sensitive and very emotional. And if you look at, you see, the original Valmiki, now I am taking a digression while talking about all this, while trying to summarize this. Rama tells Sita the principles of love. Ananya Shetatvam, I belong to you. Ananya Sharanatvam, I depend on you. Ananya Bhogyatvam, I enjoy only with you. Sashlaika Sukhitvam, I am happy when we are together. Vishlaikya Dukkhitvam, I am saddened when you are away from me. Tadan na anyatvam, we are not two, we are one. So the theory of true love also in Western psychology, as given by Robert Sternberg, psychologist Robert Sternberg's theory of true love. True love is a triangle: intimacy, commitment, passion. When all three are present, it is called consummate love. There is intimacy, willingness to share secrets and closeness. Commitment, come what may, I am with you. Passion, chemistry. When all these three are there, he calls it consummate love. Okay. In most situations in modern day, it is not complete love. Either one element is missing or sometimes two are missing. Only passion, that is infatuation. Foolish love, fatuous love. In English, it is also called limerence, Limeranc, one night stands and all that. Infatuation, live-in relationships, only passion. Only intimacy, friendship. Only commitment, empty love. Passion plus chemistry, passion plus commitment. Passion plus commitment, hyperfatuous love. Highly starved individuals perhaps, such people passion plus commitment, and intimacy plus commitment, no passion. Romantic love, no commitment. Intimacy plus commitment, companionate love. So, and again, you see in the Western world, they always say people fall in love. We in Sanatan Dharma believe we should rise in love like Rama. Rise in love. The principles of love as enunciated by Rama. Ananya Shetatvam, I belong to you. Ananya Sharanatvam, I depend only on you. Ananya Bhogyatvam, I enjoy only with you. Saslaika, Sukhitvam, I am happy only when we are together. Vishlaikya, Dukkhitvam, I am saddened when we are separated for whatever reason. Tadan Ananyatvam, Tadan na Ananyatvam, Tadan na Ananyatvam. We are not two, we are one. Okay. So, the conflict between the roles of a king and that of a husband. He is adamant in discharge of his duty, but softer than a flower when the emotion of love was concerned. So, the tone mind of Rama is an aspect of human tragedy. Rama himself started doubting the correctness of his political decision in his hesitation in killing Shambhuka and his reply to Vasanti concerning the people's talk about Sita. This clearly shows the agony that was tormenting Rama, the human side of Rama. There is nothing divine about it, and we all humans will go through this. We have to pass through this, and we have to learn from Rama how to steel ourselves, steel, not be stolen by anything. And Rama bears all this with superhuman courage and dignity. That is what we must learn. These things will pass. So we can ask many questions. Did Rama act rightly as a king, as a husband? The commonly expected answer is that Rama may have failed Sita as a husband, but as a king, what he did was an ideal for which no one could ever reach. He raised the bar. Bhavabhuti's play would show that there is a different answer. The abandonment of Sita has a dual aspect: personal, which concerns the couple themselves, and the public, which is concerned with Rama's decision as a king. Bhavabhuti shows that there is a fine understanding between Rama and Sita, that if Rama had taken Sita into his confidence and told her about the public scandal, she would have felt neither the hurt nor the shame of her desertion as she did. She was fully appreciative of the ideals cherished by Raghukulam. Besides, her love for Rama was so absorbing that any sacrifice, including the offer of her own life, would have been spontaneous for her to make Rama happy. Unfortunately, the very love which was the strength of Rama's life made him weak at the critical moment. He could not muster courage to tell Sita that he was abandoning her. He did this with a forced cruelty, like a butcher killing his pet bird. Justice therefore demands that Sita get an explanation for this unthinkable act on the part of Rama, and also an open assurance that his love had not changed or vanished. Isn't it true? If Rama had taken Sita into confidence and told her about the public scandal, she would have felt neither the hurt nor the shame of her desertion as she did. Now, the second and third acts of Bhavabhuti are designed to accomplish this. If the existing social and religious law was biased in favor of the male, it was the supreme task of the poetic art to be fair to the wronged woman. Bhavabhuti is very bold in questioning the wisdom of Rama's action as a king. Open criticism comes from Janaka. Lava's attacks are childlike, innocent and veiled, but both hit at the very kingly dignity of Rama, who had been held in admiration as the most ideal of kings. Bhavabhuti courageously allows the value of art to triumph over his personal emotions and exposes Rama. Janaka has the authority to criticize because he combines a seasoned ruler of people and a profound philosopher of life in his unique personality. Janaka is frankly of the opinion that Rama's action was hasty and one-sided. Pleasing the people did not mean listening to the irresponsible gossip of all and sundry. A king's subjects comprise mostly old and decrepit old people, women and children, and the self-centered Brahmin community. Here, Janaka's words, Aho nirdayata duratmanam pauranam pauranam Aho ramasya rajna kshipra karita. So Janaka is saying that these Brahmins are also priests. A king certainly owes duty to his people, but he has to use his discretion, judgment, and reason. It was necessary that Rama learnt his political lesson, lest someone else suffered at his hands. It is to accomplish this result that Bhavabhuti designed 4th to 6th acts. Then only is the public shown their baseless folly, the public are exposed to their stupidity, the public are shown their malice, and this leads to the final reunion of Rama and Sita. And that is how to the personal and public satisfaction of all the issues is achieved by Bhavabhuti. So, my final take on this, I am sure you enjoyed listening to this. You see, it is said that when Rama wanted to leave, his avatara was over. Hanuman would not let him go. So Rama thought up a stratagem. Rama complained to Hanuman next day that he lost his ring. While he was taking a walk, it fell into a crack in the ground. Obviously, it must have fallen into some sinkhole. A sinkhole, leads to a subterranean cave. So Rama claimed that he lost his ring and asked Hanuman, please, if you can fetch it. So Hanuman, I believe, goes in search of the ring, and he has to go to Patalam, so many lower worlds. In the meanwhile, Rama manages to go back to Vaikuntham. So Hanuman is busy searching for the ring, and I believe Hanuman reaches the lowest world, where he meets the king Vasuki. And Vasuki said, yes, what can I do for you? Hanuman said, I am looking for Rama's ring. Vasuki said, okay, you just go in this direction, there is a place there. So Vasuki gives some instructions. He gives the global positioning, GPS. Hanuman goes to a place where he sees a huge mountain, massive mountain. From a distance it is dazzling, brilliant, glowing, the size of Mount Everest. And Hanuman is baffled. He goes near, he finds that it is not a mountain of stone or mud or snow. It is a mountain of Rama's rings. Now he doesn't know which one is the ring. All rings are same Rama's rings, Rama's mudrika, signet ring. So Hanuman comes back to Vasuki and says, hey, you have shown me a huge mountain. Which one is it? Vasuki said, how do I know? Rama has been coming and going so many times. Cyclic it is, Baba. So many yugas, billions and trillions of years have passed, and Rama keeps coming and going. And every time he goes, there is a twist. Ramayana ends differently. Who can keep track of his Leela? Oh, Jai Shri Ram. Isn't it wonderful? Jai Shri Ram.